Hey Vineyard Church, welcome to the chopping block, where for just a couple minutes, I'll be able to rehash some of the things I didn't get to share on Sunday. This week, we're going to look at the end of chapter 6 from the message I taught, where the disciples and the apostles were learning to love people that were different from them. You remember that in order to accomplish this really well, they had to delegate responsibility. And this is one of the things that we didn't get to talk about on Sunday. We see this passage, Acts 6:6, where we're given a clue about how to pray for one another in kind of a Christian biblical way. This is what it says. The 7 were presented to the apostles, who prayed for them as they laid their hands on them. Now, this is a very normal thing for us to do in church. You've probably seen it from time to time. When we do prayer ministry up front, we're commonly laying hands on one another and praying for each other. This is a very common biblical practice in both the Old and the New Testament. I just wanted to share for a couple of minutes some of the reasons why we do this. First, biblically, we see this happen time and time again to bestow blessing on somebody. Another reason why they laid hands on people is to demonstrate the authority that one person is giving to another. And finally, there were even instances where the laying hands on somebody helped to identify with them. There's something almost spiritual and mystical that happens when you connect the physical world to the emotional and spiritual world. And you can demonstrate that by the laying on of hands and actually coming into physical contact with somebody. So if you've ever wondered why we lay hands on one another while we pray, those are some of the reasons. And the apostles were doing that same thing here to the disciples. They were laying their hands on them, raising them up, giving them authority, and blessing them with the new role that they were about to take in the early church. So if you've ever wondered why we do that, I hope that helps. And we would love to invite you to continue to get ministry with us on Sunday morning, to come forward, to allow us to pray for you, and to see what God might do in your life. Join us next Sunday as we continue the series Kingdom Adventures. We'll be taking a look at the calling of Paul. You won't want to miss it. It should be a great Sunday.